2A sectional 35, South Adams at Busco, Prairie Heights at Whitko, Bluffton at Eastside, and Woodland against Central Noble. Now, Central Noble's had a better season than we've seen in recent years. They're 5-4 on the season, and they've had a tougher schedule down the stretch. But you're looking at, if things play out as the records would have them, Woodland at 9-0 would advance to play an Eastside team that they met in week 1. It was a 29-12 ball game. Woodland kind of knew what they had at that point. Eastside was still trying to get over, P.J. Dean's graduation. I think that's one of the more intriguing matchups when you take a look at the brackets all across the area, is that matchup could possibly happen in week 2 of the postseason.
Yeah, and it's two younger teams. I mean, they're relying on a lot of young kids. Even Connor Dove's only a junior. It seems like he's been around forever at Eastside. But that Woodland team, I'm waiting for them to play to their potential. And maybe that is next year or the year after when they have all these sophomores. Right now they're going to be juniors and seniors. And I'm just waiting for that team to really fire on all cylinders and just start destroying people. And maybe I'm just asking too much of the team this year because they're so young. And maybe it is next year and the year after. I really think they're going to be spectacular. But that could be an interesting game because I think Eastside, with a couple bounces, has what it takes to beat Woodland. And
you've got Busco possibly advancing against South Adams at the top, Prairie Heights against Whitko. So you could see a Busco-Whitko game perhaps in the second week in that sectional. That actually would be a pretty good game of football as well.
Yeah, I think Busco's been up and down, same as Whitko. So Whitko played Peru last week for the TRC title. Kept it close, so I mean that would be a definite decent second-round game, a lot better than we got this week.
But do you see Woodland as the team to beat in this sectional, no doubt?
Yes, I do, even with their inexperience and stuff. And I think, how do they take last week? Because they win at the end against Adams Central. Do they take that as a kick in the butt and say, okay, now we have to refocus and get better, or are they going to continue to kind of slide? Because with so many young kids, we talked about seeing that 0 in the loss column. With so many young kids you can just start taking for granted into the playoffs, stuff changes. And you play an Eastside team in the second round that's fired up and ready to play, and Woodland kind of comes in and they're 10-0 and they already beat them. That can catch you.